Everyone, welcome to the show. So, a MAGA man from Southern California has been sentenced for fraud. I know, you're all so shocked. He claims, though, that Donald Trump is going to take care of it for him, so not to fear. So here's the deal. 57-year-old Keith Middlebrook is a part-time actor. Apparently, he had bit roles in Moneyball and Iron Man 2. He is from Huntington Beach, California, which is widely regarded as the Florida of California. So that tracks. And Middlebrook is now a convicted felon. He is headed to prison because a federal jury found him guilty of 11 counts of wire fraud. And the judge just sentenced him to 8 years behind bars and a $25,000 fine. So the prosecutors say Middlebrook solicited investors. He was sending them text messages. He also was putting out videos on YouTube. He was sending people messages on Instagram and on YouTube. And he was claiming that he had developed a patent-pending COVID cure and that it could also be used to prevent COVID. So he said this was a pill. He said it was risk-free. It was 100% guaranteed, and he called it QP20. So Middlebrook also had apparently convinced investors that basketball legend Magic Johnson was a director and officer of one of his companies. And Middlebrook told these people that someone in Dubai had already offered him $10 billion for the company. And he said that he had 7 investors that had already invested, each of them had invested, according to him, between $750,000 to $1 million. So Middlebrook guaranteed potential investors were going to receive, quote unquote, enormous returns. None of this was true. So investigators say Middlebrook's businesses were nothing more than shell companies. Also, Magic Johnson actually testified during this trial and said he had absolutely no involvement with Middlebrook. So in March of 2020, Middlebrook was arrested because he actually handed over some of these so-called wonder pills, these COVID curing pills, to an undercover FBI agent. So the FBI agent was posing as an investor. On the day that the jury found Middlebrook guilty, he posted a video on Instagram, and in the video he said in part, quote, "A group of people convinced a brain-dead, stupid, idiot, liberal group of people of things that weren't true about a company that never received or accepted a dollar. In fact, they declined all funds as they were building the company. This group of people convinced these dumb, stupid, liberal idiots of lies." He also invoked Donald Trump's name, as I mentioned at the beginning. So he said, quote, "Everything is being taken care of at the Trump level, the higher level, the Trump level." So he is obviously angling for a pardon because this was tried by a federal court. And of course, Middlebrook maintains his innocence. He essentially said, since nobody ever received or took any money from these people, there's no victim. So no harm, no foul, I guess, is his defense. I have to say, I don't care that this guy got sentenced to 8 years. Good on the judge for doing that. But here's what pisses me off about this. This is a much longer sentence than what we see for someone who assaults another person. Far too often, we see cases where there's a child predator who gets maybe a year, maybe 2 behind bars after they destroy the life of their victim. Yet financial crimes, no, they're punished to the full extent of the law. They get, a decade or close to it in prison. It is insane. Victims of assault carry their assault for the rest of their lives. They often struggle with PTSD, depression, anxiety. It ruins their other relationships. You know, some even take their own lives because of it. Yet our laws more harshly punish people who commit financial crimes. It's depraved. It is a depraved system that we have, and it is emblematic of our society as a whole, where we value money above all else. I just wish there was a lawmaker in this country who would take this up and try to, I don't know how you would do this, on the state level or federal level, but somehow to get harsher penalties for crimes that actually affect someone for the rest of their life, non-financial crimes. It just shows what we value and what we don't in this country. Anyway, like I said, glad this guy is going to be going away. I'm sure he's going to appeal it. I will let you know if I hear anything on that front. But thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Links are below in the description box on YouTube and the podcast. Love you all so much. Take care. Talk with you soon.